Okay, hello and welcome to the 20th episode of this season, an extended season. We are doing 24 episodes in this season. This is a movies quiz. We had a crazy prelims before this, which you don't get to see on YouTube, but this was a thriller. We had a tiebreaker, and we'll meet the person who won the tiebreaker. In fact, yeah, some great things are happening which you'll not know on YouTube. These are things exclusively for live audiences, right? We'll start with a basic intro. Sunil, tell us something about yourself, little bit.
Yeah, I'm from Bangalore.
Hmm?
So I work as a product manager here.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course. What else?
Have an engineering degree,
Of
MBA
course.
degree. Yeah.
From where? Engineering and MBA?
Engineering from RV, Bangalore.
RV?
Yeah,
Oh, wow. That's supposed to be. RV is one of the best that Bangalore has, no? And MBA?
from Ahmedabad.
Of course. One of the best that Western India has. Yeah. Sunil, your favorite film of all time? Just top of your mind.
Forest Company.
Forrest Gump. Nice. Did you watch Lal Singh Chadda?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, building bits and maybe not the performance, but yeah, did like maybe the second half. I think.
You're a very kind person. Sunil. Okay, we'll come. Oh, big round of applause for Sunil before we go to Shrikant. Shrikant is back. So, anything new, Shrikant, which we didn't share with us in the last general
Yeah,
quiz?
so I'm Shrikant. I'm from Hyderabad. I live in Bangalore. I work as a product manager. Apart from that, because it's a movies quiz, I'll make a couple of recommendations. One is there's this nice YouTube channel called Chalchitra Talks. You are aware of it, you've been on it. They used to do quizzes in the past, but now they don't. If you take membership of it, you get included in a WhatsApp group, which is this amazing community of people recommending movies to each other and talking about movies. It's a good way to find a lot of gems before they become more widely known. And apart from that, I would recommend a movie, it's a Telugu movie called Care of Kancharapalem.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I just, I
I
posted
hope I
stories
didn't
about it, yeah.
negate a question in your.
No. Thankfully, no. But I'm a big fan of that film. Yeah.
So normally Telugu movies, the kind of genres they are this big action masala entertainers. Care of Kanchalapparam is a pure slice of life comedy drama kind of thing, and a genre you normally associate with Malayalam movies. But for a change, there's a nice Telugu movie in that genre. It released around 2018. It's on Prime Video. I would recommend everyone to watch it.
Man, so good. Both things I agree with. This movie I had missed for a long time, and then I did a brand work with IMDb, see how things. And then IMDb sent me a merchandise with some top 250 something, and I was just going through that list, seeing have I missed any movie, and this is a movie I had missed, and I saw in one of the best films I have seen ever. Utkarsh.
Hi, my name is Utkarsh. Bringing some variation. I'm a software engineer.
Whoa, crazy!
Uh, Software engineer, engineering, no MBA yet. And yeah, no,
Yet is the objective. Of this
yes,
thing, yeah.
and my friend introduced me to quizzing. This is like our favorite way to pass time together, and हमारा अपना ही competition चलता है. And we always are like, thank God हम नहीं है वरना बहुत embarrassing हो जाता.
But you're here now, Utkarsh. Who is your friend here in the audience? Hey, thank you for getting Utkarsh in quizzing. Utkarsh, excited?
Very excited.
Let's do this. Favorite movie, Utkarsh?
Chennai Express.
Really? Wow! Like
Joke answer.
Acha. Because I was like, but
Interstellar.
Interstellar.
Yeah,
Both
favorite.
have to do something with commute and going to different places. Yeah. Time warp and like aging. Yeah, cool. Okay, guys, let's do this. Sunil, Shrikant, Utkarsh. Let's start movies quiz. Straight away, we'll head into the first question. The order will be Sunil, Shrikant, Utkarsh. Let's start, Sunil, with some French cinema. Why not? After completing The Wages of Fear in 1953, Henry or André Georges Clouzot purchased the rights to adapt a novel, preventing Alfred Hitchcock from making the film. This psychological thriller became a major influence on Hitchcock's Psycho in 1960, and Robert Bloch, the author of Psycho, even called it his favorite horror film. Based on the novel She Who Was No More, Celle que N'est Plus, by Pierre Bot and Thomas Nuck, it tells the chilling story of betraying and murder in a boarding school. Which iconic French film are we talking about?
Yeah, don't have a clue. I'm just gonna go with the only French film I know of 60s, maybe 400 Blows.
No, passing to Shrikant.
No idea. I'll say Third Man.
Not Third Man. Going to Utkarsh.
Past 400 blows was my guess.
Okay. तो इसमें भी टाई कर रहे थे इवन इन गेसेस लाइक ओ शिट ऑलरेडी डन ओके two word title, okay, Frenchish title also. First word is the most common French word that you can think of in terms of, like that word dash something. So we'll focus on the second word, which starts with D, if that helps. Boarding D for Delhi. First word is LES. Okay, let's make it simpler. LES, la, le, dash. French film, 1950s, horror, psychological horror, whatever you call it. We'll start whenever Sunil is ready.
Is this Diabolic?
Yes, I'll give it to you. Yes, yes, yes. La Diabolic, that is correct. Also known as the Devils. I would have accepted that. Also, 5 points there to Sunil. Quiz has begun. Scorecard updated. 5 points to Sunil. Next, direct to Shrikant. In 1968, he starred in Israel Horowitz's film The Indian Wants the Bronx at the Astor Place Theatre, playing Merv, a street punk. The play opened on January 17, 1968 and ran for 177 performances. It was staged in a double bill with Horowitz. It's called The Sugar Plum, starring Kleiberg. Martin Bregman saw the play and became his manager, a partnership that became fruitful in the years to come, as Bregman encouraged him and produced some of his later classics. About his stage career, he said, Martin Bremen discovered me. I was 26, 25. He discovered me and became my manager, and that's why I'm here. I owe it to Marty. I really do. Who is the individual in question?
I'll take a guess. Is it Al Pacino?
Yes, it is Al Pacino. Of course, it's Al Pacino. 10 points there to Shrikant. I'm going to take a pause for our audience. Sometimes they get messages saying, please talk more about questions and all. So, this just a clarification. Like, if this was a general quiz question, in a general quiz, then there would have been more hints. Like, objectively speaking, if you look at this question, there are no direct hints per se. But in a movies quiz, you will go ahead with this. Because your expectation is, if somebody who has come for a movies quiz, you just tell them that it's a late 60s, he's doing theater, still not popular, late 60s theater, and then became popular enough to be a quiz question with no extra hints. दो तीन लोग मिला के आंसर निकाल लेंगे. So that's the difference between themed quizzes and general quizzes, what I'm trying to say. And the answer, of course, the Al Pacino, if you know, is doing theater, and if you followed the making of Godfather, you'll know all that story of him being cast. Okay, Shrikant gets 10 for this, which means we come to Utkarsh now. Utkarsh, it's a systematic approach to training actors that the Russian theater practitioner Konstantin something, of course, developed in the first half of the 20th century. His system cultivates what he calls the art of experiencing, with which he contrasts the art of representation. It mobilizes the actor's conscious thought and will in order to activate other less controllable psychological processes, such as emotional experience and subconscious behavior, sympathetically and indirectly. What are we talking about? How do we know it?
Method acting.
No, can't give it to you for method acting. Going to Sunil?
Don't know the exact answer. Is it like 20 questions? Or
No, no, no. Going to Shrikant?
Stanislavski.
Yes, it's the Stanislavski system is what we are talking about. Beautiful answer. 12 points there to Shrikant. Can't give it to you for method acting. Again, I'll come back to this thing. If this was a general quiz, I would have asked you to improve, etc., etc. Because method acting is sort of the next gen of Stanislavski, sorry. And we had literally given his name here. Like the full name is Konstantin Stanislavski. Okay, and he started this whole Stanislavski system, which means to experience things and act accordingly. And then Lee Strasberg basically took it away and made it into method acting later. So method acting was a next gen of this. 12 points to Shrikant. for Stanislavski's system, which means we come back to Utkarsh for the next direct. The film Death of a Gunfighter began under the direction of Robert Totten, an experienced television director. After clashes with star Widmark and almost a year of work, he was dropped and replaced by Don Siegel, who had recently directed Widmark in Madigan. When the film was finished, Siegel did not want his name to replace Totten's. Widmark protested, and an agreement was made with the Directors Guild of America. Based on the agreement, something was coined in 1968 and used until it was formally discontinued in the year 2000. It was in use in all these years when directors, dissatisfied with the final product, proved to the satisfaction of a guild panel that they had not been able to exercise creative control over a film. What are we talking about?
Pass.
Okay, passing to Sunil.
Uh, they would use like a pseudonym or a pen name. Like they would use a um, like a generic name.
Okay. Okay. So hold that thought, Sunil. I'll go to Shrikant and then I'll get back to you.
Yeah, it is that. If a director is unsatisfied, they use a pseudonym. Like John Doe is used for unknown dead people. I have no idea. I'm trying to recollect, but I don't know what the actual
Okay,
name
okay,
is.
okay. So I think, see, the reason I said, Sunil, that we'll get back to you is that if Shrikant had given me the exact pseudonym, I would have given more points to him and closed this. But he really didn't improve on what you said. It is a pseudonym. So I think we should give points to you and close this. What do you guys think, audience? Because there's no point taking another round with hint for initial and all that. Unless you guys think if I give you initial, you'll crack the pseudonym.
I might, but it's your call.
Utkarsh?
Because I've heard of it, so it might.
No, I think pseudonym funda is okay. Otherwise, it will become like a dumb charades testing. Okay? So we'll give you some points, Sunil, and close this. So this was 11 when it reached you, but I don't want to give you full 11, little bit less. But you got the funda. The answer is Alan Smithy. Okay, Alan Smithy or Alan Smithy, which was a official pseudonym, which you said. So if director is dissatisfied, they would just put this in the credit, directed by Alan Smithy. Uh, 8 points to Sunil for Alan Smithy, the pseudonym Funda, which means the next direct will be Shrikant. Shrikant, in a city known for its contributions to both automotive and musical history, a notable filmmaker was born at a hospital named after an industrialist. His father, an accomplished musician and arranger, was connected to a major radio series sponsored by the same industrial pioneer. Drawing from this heritage, the filmmaker's middle name honors the influential company. Known for transforming the world of cinema with epic narratives, he shares a surname with a well known film family. Who is this acclaimed director?
No idea. I'll go with epic narratives and say Cecil B. DeMille.
Not Cecil B. DeMille, going to Utkarsh.
Raimi?
No.
Raimi.
Going to Sunil.
John Ford.
No. Okay. Okay. Hint. Think of like famous automotive brands. What director will come to your mind who literally has that brand? Okay, Utkarsh is blocked. We'll start whenever Shrikant is ready.
Oh. Got there eventually. Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah. Oh man, amazing. 5 points there to Shrikant for Francis Ford Coppola. Uh, Ford is an automotive brand and famous industrialist. The city is Detroit. Francis Ford Coppola, fantastic. Next direct is to Utkarsh. Utkarsh, this person that you see on screen is Ronald Dixon Woodruff, who was an American man who in March 1988 created one of several dashes that sprang up at the time to fight AIDS. After learning that he had contracted the human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, in 1985 and being diagnosed with having AIDS, he created the group as part of his efforts to find and distribute drugs to treat AIDS at a time when the disease was poorly understood. Whatever he created gained popularity in 2013 and after 2013. What are we talking about?
I know the movie. I'm just trying to get there.
Just movie name is the answer.
No,
Just clarify.
I know the movie you're talking
Okay,
about. I can't recall the name
Okay,
right
okay,
now.
okay, okay.
It's not coming to me. I'll pass.
Okay, passing to Sunil.
This is Dallas Buyers Club.
Yes, this is Dallas Buyers Club. Yes. This is what you were thinking, Utkarsh? Yeah, yeah. 11 points to Sunil. This is Dallas Buyers Club based on his life. Okay, Sunil gets 11. Next direct will be to Shrikant. Shrikant, in a 2006 interview, X said, I wanted something really off the wall. I wanted something with a lot more personality. I thought of the design on the airplane flying back from London, a hamburger. I didn't want it to be a flying saucer, but I wanted to have something with a radial shape that would be completely different from anything. The design became the iconic, quote, fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy, unquote, and made its debut in a 1977 film. What was the final product?
Millennium Falcon.
Yes! What a great crack! It is the Millennium Falcon, the design of which was inspired by a hamburger. That's crazy. That's, of course, Lucas. So we had Chewbacca in the prelims and Millennium Falcon in the final. Crazy. 10 points there to Shrikant on Millennium Falcon. Oh, this will let our YouTube audience know that we are just this reminded me of the fact that we have created new merchandise which is only available for this guys. I don't know if it will be available online. I don't know when will it be available online, but whenever it comes, feel free to buy. The reason I'm talking about it at this particular point is because I don't think you can see the back of this T-shirt, but I don't know how to show. Can you read, Sunil?
Quiz
पहले
or
तो तू पढ़ ले श्रीकांत.
quiz not, there is no try. I saw it outside.
Nice.
Yeah.
Quiz or quiz not, there's no try. This is not a Star Wars T-shirt. This is a quote that comes from Star Wars. People who don't know about it, this is basically a character called Master Yoda, who says, "Do or do not, there is no try," in The Empire Strikes Back. And that quote really, really like inspired me over the years. And like as the first merchandise, I thought I'll do a take on that quote because the quote is very beautiful. I might sound like a one of those क्या होते हैं क्या बोलते हैं उनको सेल्फ हेल्प गुरुज बट genuinely the quote is do or do not there is no try, which I remember in my Mahindra days. I took a printout of that and put it on my office desk, and that really really inspired me for many years. Till date it continues to inspire me because the quote is so simple: do or do not there is no try, which means ki the word try by nature means like half hearted. You know what I mean? When you say I'll try instead of saying I'll do, and I really worked on it, and with age I'm realizing that these things actually work in life. So now I don't say कि try करते हैं, I'm like करते हैं. That difference has really really helped me. So and that's why we have a Star Wars question everywhere, at least one Shagan ka put question we have. In the prelims we had Chewbacca, here we had Millennium Falcon. So 10 points there to Shrikant for Millennium Falcon. Next direct will be to Utkarsh. Even before we come to the question, because we established certain something at Alan Smithy question, that if somebody gives me the specific answer, great, we'll give full points. But if nobody gives me a specific answer, somebody just tells me the funda, then we'll give part points to funda and close. Okay, cool. Okay, we'll start with Utkarsh. Utkarsh, I'm talking about a certain restaurant. Okay, it is a themed restaurant located in Southern California. Its decor is patterned after famous celebrities and culture of the 1950s. In keeping with a fast cars theme, a large toy racing track runs the entire perimeter of the eating area. The center of the main area hosts a bandstand for live music. The dining booths were actually classic style cars with the interiors converted to accommodate a table and opposing seats. The staff are dressed up like famous silver screen era celebrities and or characters, including James Dean, Buddy Holly, Marilyn Monroe, Mani Von Doren. It is famous for hosting its twist contest, the winner of which receives a large trophy. The restaurant, we all saw this restaurant, came to public focus in mid 1990s. Okay, which restaurant are we talking about? Like I said earlier, if you give me the restaurant name exactly, you'll get full points. No point split, nothing. But if you give me the funda and nobody improves on the funda, we'll give part points and close. Whenever you are ready, Utkarsh.
So the like what would I'm not asking the funda, like the funda is like how the restaurant name is derived basically,
Uh,
or why it
where
came
have
into.
we seen the restaurant?
Okay. It's like the theme restaurant and that we saw in Pulp Fiction where
Okay.
the dance competition was held.
Okay, okay. Any guesses on the name?
I can't remember the name.
Okay, we'll pass to Sunil quickly.
Big Kahuna.
Not big Kona, but good guess. Okay, going to Shrikant.
Is it Planet Hollywood?
No, but again, good guess. Okay, like we discussed, we'll give part points to Utkarsh and close this. The answer is Pulp Fiction. It's Jack Rabbit Slims at in Pulp Fiction, of course. Do you guys remember this cameo from Pulp Fiction? Yeah, yeah. Crazy. 8 to Utkarsh. 8 to Utkarsh for Jack Rabbit's Lane. Pulp Fiction Funda, basically. Nicely done. Yes. Yes, always. Like Gauskar says, the first run is the most crucial run. Uske baad everything else is bonus. Okay. Next direct will be to Sunil. Sunil, are you ready? This acclaimed Indian filmmaker had his name changed while studying at the Film and Television Institute of India (FTII) in Pune. His mentor, the celebrated Bengali director Ritwik Ghatak, insisted on adding a new name to help him stand out in the film industry. Ghatak believed that Dash alone lacked the spark for someone destined for greatness. So he suggested adding Dash, a decision that would later be pivotal in the filmmaker's career. Now, extra clue about the filmmaker. His film Dash the Royal Guard was India's official entry to the Academy Awards in 2007, and his earlier documentary called An Encounter with Faces was nominated for an Oscar in 1979. Which filmmaker are we talking about?
This is Vidhu Vinod Chopra.
This is Vidhu Vinod Chopra. Well done. 10 points there to Sunil. This is Vidhu Vinod Chopra. So his name was Vinod Chopra when he went to FTI. Ritvik Ghatak added the word Vidhu and became Vidhu Vinod Chopra. That brings us to halftime. Let's take a look at the scores at halftime. Crazy close match is going on, guys. Sunil had 5 for La Diabolic, 8 for Alan Smithy, the pseudonym Funda, then 11 for Dallas Buyers Club, and then he got 10 for Vidhu Vinod Chopra. Sunil is on 34 right now. 34. Okay, Srikanth had 10 for Al Pacino, 12 for Stanislavski's System, 5 for Francis Ford Coppola, and 10 for Millennium Falcon. Srikanth is just 3 points ahead of Sunil with 37. And Utkarsh has 8 points for Pulp Fiction Restaurant Funda. But second half, to go, we'll see close match, exciting times. Let's do this. Let's start second half. The order now will be Utkarsh, Srikanth, Sunil. Utkarsh, this is for you. Rubin Carter, May 6, 1937 to April 20, 2014, was an American-Canadian middleweight boxer. After a faulty murder conviction in 1967, he became a cause célèbre for miscarriage of justice. Like, he became the representation of miscarriage of justice. His sentence was eventually overturned and he moved to Canada where he would fight for innocent people who had been wrongly convicted. Carter's autobiography, titled The 16th Round, written while he was in prison, was published in 1974 by Vikings Press. The story inspired a Bob Dylan song and the 1999 film sharing the same name starring Denzel Washington as Carter. Which movie are we talking about?
Yeah, I know this is wrong. Training Day.
No, not Training Day. That is very ironical. Miscarriage of justice, Denzel Washington. Okay, going to Shrikant.
Hurricane.
Hurricane, yes. It is Hurricane. Personally, one of my favorite Bob Dylan songs also, Hurricane. And the first time I heard this song was actually in this movie's credit sequence. And the movie ends. And suddenly I was like, what is this Dylan song I've never heard of? And great movie, great song, great film, fantastic. Great guy, Denzel Washington, no doubt. 11 points to Hurricane Shrikant. Okay, next direct to Sunil. Sunil, in February of 1997, 8 weeks before The Devil's Own, that's the movie name, The Devil's Own premiered, X is an actor, shared his disappointment about Alan Pakula's IRA thriller with Newsweek. He said, "We had no script. Well, we had a great script, but it got tossed for various reasons. To have to make something up as you go along, Jesus, what pressure. It was ridiculous. It was the most irresponsible bit of filmmaking, if you can ever call it that I've ever seen." Has he not seen Cool World? That's another of his movie. Which actor are we talking about?
Eddie Murphy.
No, passing to Utkarsh.
Jack Nicholson.
Not Jack Nicholson. Going to Shrikant.
Jim Carrey.
Not Jim Carrey. But good guess in terms of when the actor was star. So, like I said in the Al Pacino question, sometimes questions might not have great hit, but there's a way to just get a feel, get a crack, especially if it's a movie quiz. So in terms of just forget the older stars, like just in terms of timeline, like Jack Nicholson, etc. Think of people who broke out in the 90s and continued to be one of the biggest stars. Like if you have to think of like biggest stars of Hollywood, some names that come to your mind is one of those. That's why the question is interesting, right? Like somebody who you associate with stardom, famous movies, has done movies like The Devil's Own and Cool World. That's one general hint I'm giving to you guys. Anyone wants to block and Me like, nahi, we can take a round. More hints. Friends. We're talking about 90s. That's a clue, if that helps. Friends, the TV show. For some reason, is a big clue for this Hollywood star. Is that? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Whenever you're ready, Sunil.
Matthew Perry.
Not Matthew Perry. Going to Utkarsh.
David Schwimmer.
Oh no. Going to Srikanth.
I had two names. I was hoping one of these would eliminate one of them, but didn't happen.
Hmm.
Alan Parker. So I will say Bruce Willis.
Oh no, but I don't use.
Is it Jean-Claude Van Damme?
No. Oh no. Yeah. Oh man, we missed Brad Pitt after a friend's hint. Oh, crazy. No problem. You're talking about Brad Pitt. That is The Devil's Own, where Harrison Ford and Brad Pitt start. And the other one on the right is Cool World. Okay. And Brad Pitt and Friends Connection, all of us know. Uh, yeah, nobody gets points on this, which means the next direct will still be Sunil's. Sunil, I'm talking about another movie. The idea to make the film came to the lead actor and one of the story writers when he was in New York. He wondered what it would be like if a Northern Territory bushman arrived in town. As he said, there's a lot about Dash that we all think we are like, but we are not because we live in Sydney. He is a mythical outback Australian who does exist in part. The frontiersman who walks through the bush, picking up snakes and throwing them aside, living off the land, who can ride horses and chop down trees, and has that simple, friendly, laid back philosophy. It's like the image of the Americans have of us, so why not give them one? We've always been desperately short of folk heroes in this country. Ned Kelly is pathetic, so are the Bushrangers. Inspired by the true life exploits of Rod Ansel, which film is this? Which later on went on to become a series as well.
Dundee.
Yes. Yes. It is Crocodile Dundee. Well spotted. Well done. Fantastic. 10 points there to Sunil. Okay. Utkarsh, next is your direct. Identify the two movies in this letterbox list. Movies where Emma Stone is having dinner with her incredibly boring brunette boyfriend and then dramatically leaves to go kiss Ryan Gosling.
Crazy Stupid Love and La La Land.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Utkarsh, for getting both La La Land and Crazy Stupid Love. 10 points there. Two movies where Emma Stone is having dinner with her incredibly boring brunette boyfriend and dramatically leaves to go kiss Ryan Gosling. 10 points there to Utkarsh, which means we come to Shrikant. Shrikant, I'm talking about an American political thriller film written and directed by Stephen Gaghan, loosely based on Robert Byers' 2003 memoir called See No Evil. In an interview with Charlie Rose, Gaghan described incidents, including planned regime changes in Venezuela, from personal meetings and interviews with the most powerful oil owners, owners of media houses, lobbyists, lawyers, and politicians, which were included in the film. As with his screenplay for Traffic, it uses multiple parallel storylines jumping between locations in Iran, Texas, Washington DC, Switzerland, Spain, and Lebanon. Which 2005 film that won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor are we talking about?
Is this Good Night and Good Luck?
Not Good Night and Good Luck. Going to Sunil.
Is this Ides of March?
No, not Aidsomar. Going to Utkarsh.
Pass.
Pass?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Shrikant, are you visualizing George Clooney when you said Good Night and Good Luck? So that is good track to take. The Oscar winner was George Clooney. So think of George Clooney, 2005, movie that deals with regime changes, one word film. Helping anyone? Sunil? Yes, okay. We'll start whenever Shrikant is ready.
Damn it. I know of this movie. I just got the name is not clicking. I'll say Solaris. It's not.
No, passing to Sunil.
American.
No, passing to Utkarsh.
The Diplomat.
No, damn it. Yes, Syriana and comes from Syria and yeah, little, you know, regime change and all that. Okay, George Clooney won an Oscar for this. Okay, Syriana. Whoa, which means the next direct will still be Shrikant's. Shrikant cracked this person born in May 31st, 1930. X was drafted into the army during the Korean War but served as a lifeguard at Fort Ord in California. While there, he met a young movie assistant who later helped him land his first audition in Hollywood, and he eventually got his breakout role in the CBS Western series Rawhide. In 1963, after this show went off the air, X starred in his iconic role, a gravely voiced, mysterious, not necessarily law abiding but principled man of few words who almost always rode a horse. However, in real life, X was allergic to horses and he made sure to keep away from them as much as he could. Who are we talking about?
Clint Eastwood.
Yes, that is correct. 10 points there to Shrikant. Three questions to go. Next direct is to Sunil. Mark Edward Whitaker is an American business executive who came to public attention in 1995 when, while working at Archer Daniels Midland or ADM, he became the highest level corporate executive in US history to become an FBI whistleblower. For 3 years, he acted as a cooperating witness for the FBI, which was investigating ADM for price fixing. In the late 1990s, he was sentenced to 9 years in federal prison for embezzling $9.5 million from ADM. At the same time, he was assisting the federal price fixing investigation. However, his legacy was cemented worldwide 14 years later through a comedic yet ironic tone. I mean, the whole reason this funda is in a movies quiz. How exactly? Both. Huh.
Yeah, the movie came out 14 years later.
Yeah. So just to make it simpler, movie came out in 2009. Okay, 1995 is when the news came out in public. 2009 is when the film came out.
You can't think of anything. Pass.
Pass. Okay, passing to Utkarsh.
Same pass.
Okay, passing to Shrikant.
I'll say Inside Man.
No, no. But what a moment! Because if this Shrikant would have answered, this would have been like the coup de grace or something like that. Okay. Hint. Okay, Matt Damon. That's the first hint. Matt Damon plays this guy. Okay, he's on the poster. He's Matt Damon is the movie title. Okay, just to help you guys. Like if Inside Man, for example, that fits. Okay, Matt Damon is movie title. 2009 plays this guy. Um, the Dash. Let's make it simple. Two-word film. The Dash, and you can actually deduce with what this guy was doing.
The Informant.
Yes, Matt Damon is the informant. That is correct. The movie Informant was based on him. Unbelievable. Matt Damon is the informant. He was playing this guy. Okay. 5 points to Sunil for that. So quiz is very much alive and kicking. Shrikant on 58, Sunil on 49. Two questions to go with Utkarsh is direct. Utkarsh, this is a screenshot from a film that's important. In the movie called Haath Ki Safai 1974, a song in the movie Peene Wale Ko Peene Ka Bahana Chahiye is about a play in which the lead woman character was based on a real life second wife of Zamindar Bhuvan Mohan Chaudhary. The story pivots a tragic triangle linking and powerfully depicts the customs of society that prevailed in the early 1900s, which largely prevented a happy ending to a true and tender love story. Now, what I want from you is which characters from the play do you think are Hema Malini and Ranbir Kapoor portraying here?
Just a clarification. Hema Malini is the lead woman that is mentioned, right? Or are they two different?
So, yeah, Hema Malini, not actually. Hema Malini is not if you know what I mean. Yeah, yeah, nice.
Blind guess. Laila Majnu.
Lala Majnu, but good guess. Going to Shrikant.
Hema Malini and Ranbir Kapoor in the still that is shown are playing Devdas and Chandramukhi.
Yes, nicely done. Devdas and Chandramukhi, as you can see, brother is drinking nicely, and Chandramukhi, and yeah, and that's why Shrikant very cleverly clarified earlier whether we were hinting to Paro or Chandramukhi, and he knew she was not. Second wife was Paro later. Okay, Chandramukhi and Devdas, fantastic crack. 11 points to Shrikant, and I think that should close this quiz. Seal the deal with 69. What a dream life for Shrikant. Okay, 11 points to Shrikant. Next direct is to Sunil. Sunil, in the Marvel universe, this character is known for his desire to impose order on the world. As the ruler of Latveria, he often clashes with Reed Richards, who we know as Mr. Fantastic, and his team, the Fantastic Four. This villain has also encountered Spider-Man, Iron Man, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, X-Men, and the Avengers. The character has been portrayed by various actors, including Joseph Culp, Julian McMahon, Toby Kebbell, in different adaptations till now. Ranked among the greatest villains of all time, this figure is renowned for his quest for domination. Who is this notorious ruler, and who is going to play this character next?
Yeah, I think this is Doom and Robert Downey Jr.
Yes, perfect. Dr. Doom and RDJ. 10 points there to Sunil, which was a big announcement from Comic Con earlier. Okay, guys, that brings us to the end of the last movies quiz of season 3. Let's take a look at the score. Utkarsh had 8 in the first half. He got 10 for La La Land and Crazy Stupid Love. Great crack. Utkarsh ends on 18. Okay, Sunil had 34 in the first half. Then Sunil got 10 for Crocodile Dundee, 5 for The Informant, and 10 for Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Doom. Sunil ends on 59. Sunil, massive shout out. You were great in the prelims. You were in the running to win this also till the last question. Now we come to Srikanth, who had promised us earlier off camera that he wants at least one T-shirt in this weekend here, and I think he has managed it very quickly. 37 in the first half and 11 for Hurricane, 10 for Clint Eastwood, and 11 for Chandramukhi and Devdas. Srikanth wins with 69 points. So then, for Srikanth, first book. Okay, I just finished this book last week, Srikanth. This is a book called Music by Lakshmikant Pyarelal. It's their biography. I am a big fan of Lakshmikant Pyarelal, LP. In my opinion, the greatest music directors of all time. दे मैं नोट बना के लिखता हूँ. And well, you have a quizzing winner T-shirt for you, Srikanth. Please show it to the camera and to our jealous audience members. Just kidding. This is Ayla quiz winner for a movie quiz. I mean, makes even more sense. Fantastic, man. I hope to see you in another final wearing that T-shirt. It'll be crazy. But yeah, big round of applause for Srikanth and all the other finalists. So nice to see you guys do this, and I'll give you a note. And thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.